Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Far Harbor series, where today we are yet again here at Far Harbor itself as we are going to actually continue on with the Walk in the Park mission. It's been quite a while since we focused on any part of the main storyline for this DLC, so what the heck, let's go and talk to old Longfellow to hopefully guide me to Acadia. Hopefully that'll all go well, who knows though, who knows. But one thing I have done off camera, due to highly popular demand, it would seem, as many of you have commented on more or less all of the videos for this DLC, that I should go and grab Nick. And I did. So here he is. We now have Nick Valentine with us. Now the reason I haven't grabbed him up until now is because, quite frankly, I really don't care much for him. I've used him as a companion off camera a couple of times when I'm going around doing my typical between episode maintenance things, just to see if, you know, I did care much for him or not, and I just never really did. He never really struck me as that interesting of a character, frankly, which is disappointing, as when I first met him in the game, I thought he'd be quite cool, but no, he's just kind of meh to me. And besides, you know, the reason I didn't grab him with this DLC was I pretty much gathered from the very start when we figured out that, oh yeah, there's synths on this island. I kind of figured that it would be the fact that he was from here, which is my guess. So we'll probably get to Acadia and he'll be like, oh my god, I remember this place, or something like that. So I didn't really care to bring him along because I kind of felt like I had already guessed it. But you guys all really want him to be here, so he's with us now, and immediately after we find Acadia, I'm probably going to dump him again and grab Curie, who I believe I now have waiting at Dalton Farm. Oh, I hope I did send it to Dalton Farm. We'll find out soon enough. Alright, into the last plank we go, to go and have a little chat with old Longfellow. Hopefully he has good things for us. If not, I don't know, I'm sure we can find Acadia on our own. I don't imagine it would be too difficult considering the size of the island. It's, though big, not hugely big. So, alright, we're in. And hello. Hi, old Longfellow.
Captain Avery said you can get me to Acadia.
Mm-hmm.
You get your hands dirty.
Oh, I do often.
Leading people to their death. Fine. Last fella couldn't keep up. Didn't last 5 minutes.
Dude, I'm in power armor. I'm pretty sure I can keep up with you. So, let's ask him about this.
Can you tell me about Acadia?
Strange folk like there. Call themselves synths.
I have one next to me.
Seems to me they just want to be left alone, to live their life in peace.
Fair enough, I
They've
can
done
understand
some
that.
Good turns for us islanders. The fog condensers, most especially, wouldn't
Okay.
even be a Far Harbor left without those.
Good to know, good to know. So, the fog condensers.
What's a fog condenser?
Oh, Lord.
Condensers? They're a tricky bit of science.
They really need to work on the dialogue for this game.
Powered by the
Well,
wind farm, the
work
synth
harder on the
fellas
next
got up
DLC at
and
least.
running. Us islanders don't particularly like being obligated to them. But there you have it.
fair enough, fair enough. So, looking for a runaway.
Some parents are worried about their runaway daughter. She went to Acadia and I need to find her.
If someone's headed for Acadia, there's always a story. Yours worth dying over, huh?
Oh, I'm not going to be dying. I'll risk it.
Trust me, I've done a whole lot more for a whole lot less.
Clever with words, are you? I can get you to Acadia. But you've got to listen to me. Go where I say, when I say. Still won't be easy. You stock up on your necessities, Rad, X, and the like.
Been there, done that.
Real work can begin.
Okay, any other preparations?
Should I make any other preparations?
Ammo, stim packs, maybe a rocket or 3. Worse than Myra lurks out there.
Alright, well, yeah, let's roll.
Let's go, Longfellow.
Follow me, then.
I'm all set up, and in fact, off camera, I have improved that plasma pistol we found into an actual plasma rifle, which does a fair amount of damage. I think it's like 108 or something along those lines, so decent amount.
Acadia is above the fog line.
Uh-huh.
It's a bit of a hike. You might want to take this for the road. Tastes foul as sin.
Foul as sin, you say?
Well,
Okay, Mirelurk jerky.
through the main drag. Old mountain trail is what we're from.
Okay, to the mountain trail. So I'm intrigued by this jerky, though. Hold on. Can I make this a jerky later on my own? I have plenty of Mirelurk meat sitting around in containers. I mean, it's not great, but what the hell? We'll eat it. Fair enough. Well, Radaway is useful. All right, come on, buddy. Come on, let's just keep rolling.
The fog into a number. Get you all turned around. Does something to your brain.
Right.
Trappers were mean to begin with.
So the trappers got worse with the fog? Well, I mean, if they're staying out here with all this radiation, I guess that does make sense. They go a little loopy. But then again, I mean, wouldn't you if you were out here all on your own? Lonesome self. Though, you know, preferably, blah, blah, blah. Okay, if I can talk. Okay, so preferably. Oh, hello. Oh, look, a Feral Ghoul Roamer that I don't care about, and a Feral Ghoul Reaver. Also don't care about Fog Ghoul. And die. Did that not take? Well, there we go. That's what that one took. Well, excellent. We killed him in one shot. Where's the other? We got a person over here somewhere. No, it's not those. Those are asleep. Oh, there he is. Hello. And boop. Man, I'm really missing these shots. Okay, that should be good. And boom, there we are. Lovely. Well, this is actually a pretty nice little weapon, this plasma rifle. I'm glad we worked with it. And I need to loot you. Mole rat teeth, never mind. Now, what was I saying before we got rudely interrupted by those ghouls? I frankly don't remember. Something about trappers going crazy, and wouldn't you too if you were here? Wolf! Another wolf! Ah. Oh god, there's another! Well, I thought we were good with just the two. But no, we had to kill one more. Oh no, what a shame, vicious wolf. I didn't think they'd respawn already. We haven't really, it's been not too long since we went this way. But fair enough, game wants to mess with us, I guess. That does seem to be its general modus operandi, so should have pretty much figured that. We seem to be, oh, hello, you're stopping?
No higher than you or me.
Uh-huh.
The whole island was covered in fog. The fog eventually rolled back.
Right.
People resettled, but they got comfortable. Started taking things for granted. Folk got short memories. All this has happened before.
Ah, alright. So the fog kind of going crazy ain't a new thing, so it may very well not be the children of Adam screwing with things, though I'm sure the DLC will probably want us to assume that they are. Or perhaps maybe they are. Alright, young gulper, let's see. We got that one there. We'll go for the belly. Yeah. Boom. Alright, let's take him down. Oh, I didn't realize it only had 12 shots in that magazine. I literally built this thing like right before starting the episode. So, yeah. Alright, well, let's take him down. We got the tactical scope on them, so at least we can see them with the little dot over their head, which is always useful. No, oh god, Mirelurk! Freaking Mirelurk! Okay, come on, Nick, you're in my way. There we go, he's dead. Bottle cap. Oh my god, are the carapaces now a new permanent loot ever since that one mission?
Gulper's got a fondness for fresh water.
Uh-huh.
A small gulper, like the ones in these parts, is a fair challenge.
I mean, not so much.
Now the big ones, they can grow 2-3 times the size of a man.
Have we seen one of those that size yet?
Many of them around.
Well, that's a good thing that we don't see many. Though I'm wondering, have I seen one? I don't know. Oh, look, Fog Ghoul, of course. Die by plasma! Oh, I am liking this gun now. Where's the others? Oh, of course. And boom. Quick scoped him. Oh, we still have another down there. Okay. Oh, I was about to shoot Nick. Okay. Can't seem to shoot him. And I hit Nick, of course.
Take them all.
There we go. Finally. Oh, poor Nick. You're going to get shot by so many plasma bolts by me. But oh well, at least I got a good amount of ammo for this thing, which is always a pleasant thing to have. Ah. Yeah, not a whole lot of opportunities for buying ammo on this island. So definitely need to use the weapons that I've got a good supply of things for. Well, hi! Oh, Child of Adam, of course. Hello.
Stringing one more soul to their damnation, old man?
Well, what have we here? Another rad worshipping lunatic. That's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am shielded by my faith.
How about bullets? Faith shield you against those too?
No, it does not. Okay, so who's she?
Who's she?
One of them children of Adam preachers started off as pests. Now they're more like a menace.
Do not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. You. I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes. Beasts that subvert the will of Adam.
Now, how do they subvert Adam? So, tell me about Adam.
All right, I'm listening. Tell me about Adam.
Tell you. Look around. You stride through his kingdom. A land blanketed beneath sacred fog.
Crazy.
A land Adam has claimed for his children.
Who
And
will
you may
all
join
die of
him
radiation poisoning.
if he deems you worthy.
Okay.
Worthy? What do I have to do to join?
There is a ritual his children must perform. If you succeed, you will be rewarded with entrance into our family.
Okay. I like this one.
Suppose I've got nothing better to do.
Adam usually prefers those with a bit more fervor. But nonetheless, if you wish to test his favor, seek the nucleus.
If you're done wasting time with a fanatic, let's move on.
Okay. I was hoping it would go back to the other option so I could ask what Acadia did to them.
No fog. Acadia's not too far now.
Alright, so we're almost to Acadia. Is that giant dome there? Which you can see worse through the scope. Lovely. Alright, they got quite a nice walled area in here. Looks like an observatory. Hey, we discovered Acadia. Hi.
And we've arrived.
Excellent.
Acadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk with them, just go inside. They'll be waiting for you.
Okay.
You need my help again, you come see me. Got a cabin just outside of Far Harbor. Good place to tool up your gear, get some rest, or get stinking drunk.
I like you, Longfellow. I like
Just
you.
make sure if you're bringing a bottle of something strong, there's enough to share.
Always, my friend. Always.
Leaving already? Don't you want to see what happens next?
You saying you want me to stick around and watch your back?
Actually, I don't. I was hoping that would lead to something else. Maybe later.
Maybe later, Longfellow.
All right, but I'm serious about the offer. You ever want to hunt the forests and waters of the island together, I could think of worse things to do. In my grave.
Costly tombstone, you say?
Just lay me down in my knees.
I like your singing, old Longfellow.
Dug a bunch at my head and my feet.
Nice, nice. All right, well, in we go. Now that I've heard his song. Okay, so where you belong. Talk to the leader of Acadia. Let's roll. In we go. I should probably put my weapon away. They're probably nice, at least for now. And in we go to spite the children of Adam, most likely. Which, I have a feeling we're going to be against them at some point anyways. But, what are you going to do? I was really hoping I could have gone back to that one question and asked them what Acadia did. Oh well, though. Oh well. C'est la vie requires key. Damn.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain
Uh-huh.
above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in.
Uh-huh.
You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
Yeah, I'm always up for that, I guess. So, what are you? You very interesting looking synth. Why have you attached so many things to yourself?
What are you?
I told you. I'm the old synth on the mountain. I know the plastic skin and tubes out the back can be unsettling, but I want to ask you to look past that. Tell me why you're here, and I'll try to help you.
Well, it's a bit of a story, but looking for Kasumi.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else.
I'm an interesting
Kasumi
person.
is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before
Well,
you
that was
do,
easy.
though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own. And I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick?
Hmm.
It can't be
Yep,
you.
knew it. He was from here.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
Is this a joke? Do you really know, Nick?
Let me tell you what I know, and you can judge for yourself.
Sounds fair?
We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep
Oh.
talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors.
Cool.
I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times.
Creepy.
I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago.
Damn.
There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
Okay.
Is he really your brother?
If he is, it's news to me. Can synths even be related? Just because we're from the same assembly line, does that make us family? I gotta think about this.
Okay. Well,
Is it really possible that you wouldn't remember any of this?
You mean between the Institute failsafes, the beatings I've taken over the years, and plain old age? Or are you buying this whole "there's only so much room" of their argument? I don't know. It's not like we've got the instruction manual.
a fair point. We'll talk later.
We'll talk later. This is a lot to take in.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi.
Mm-hmm.
It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
I'll go with this.
Who or what she is isn't important.
But it is. It's everything. Imagine just looking at your own hands and having to wonder, was I born with these? Or were they manufactured? None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me.
Yeah, sure.
You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
I'm gonna go with this one. I mean, who really knows? I've teleported in and out of the Institute so many times. I could be, for all I know.
How would I even know?
I'm afraid if you're looking for some biological test we can do, there isn't any. None that aren't fatal. Instead, you have to look for the signs. Holes in someone's memory.
Oh, I got plenty of those.
Feelings of unexplained isolation.
Also that.
Odd dreams.
Okay, you're just describing most people, frankly.
You have to decide for yourself. What do you believe? Have you ever questioned your humanity?
Only when I've done inhumane things, mostly to raiders. I'm just gonna go with them here.
I'm a human being, not a synth.
Are you sure? I don't mean to question you, but what's the first memory you have?
I was with my husband. We were getting ready for the day. I had to take care of my son, Sean. And well, a lot's happened since then.
But no memories before then? No childhood? Your first best friend? Your first kiss? That's usually a sign. Data is easy to migrate, but feelings, that's a hard thing to transfer into another mind. Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that you will be accepted here. Whatever you decide is true for yourself.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear it. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase, and I'm sure you're eager to talk to Kasumi.
Mm-hmm.
She's usually working down below. Is there anything else you need from me?
Oh. What the hell?
I'm just gonna tell you right now, DiMA. I'm in the Institute.
That's quite an admission to make. I'm used to the Institute striking from the shadows. I'll say this to you. I'm not your enemy. I only wish to live here, in peace, with my people. As a
fair enough.
scientist, can you not see the value of independent synth life? You have a chance here to witness how wondrous that could be. All you have to do is do nothing.
That was kind of my plan.
Don't
It's what I'm
tell
good
your
at.
fellow researchers about us. Don't tell them we're here.
What the hell? This was my plan anyways. I wasn't planning on telling the Institute. I kind of want to just to see what will happen, but meh.
Fine. I'll keep your secrets, for now.
Thank you. Now, was there anything else I can do for you?
What's your story?
Who are you? What's your story?
I came to this island over a century ago.
Again, impressive.
Hiding from my creators, the Institute. But after
Yeah, about
my
that.
escape felt secured, I was left with nothing. No programmed task. No false memories. I spent a year just sitting in a cave. Just sitting.
Well, that sounds
One
boring.
day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do, who I was. I've been doing that ever since. Was there anything else?
So are you all synths?
So, everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
Yes. Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them.
Tell me more about this place, Acadia.
All I want is to bring as many synths here as I can, and give them a chance to know what they really are. To embrace it. Beyond that, we just want to live in peace. I don't have any grand plans for expansion. Just existing as we are now is enough. Was there anything else?
Apparently not, according to the limited options for conversations this game gives you.
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough.
Uh-huh.
You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
Who's talking? Okay, well, we have new optional things to help people here, but that's probably going to be it for today. So we have Acadian ideals to help the people of Acadia, and where you belong to talk to Kasumi. So we'll do this one in the next episode, and perhaps start having a little conversation with the folks here. But that is, yeah, indeed going to be it for today, my friends. I hope you all have enjoyed, and of course, that you do come back for the next. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.